So this is for part 2. Again, this is the book exploration task. The activity was, let me go back to project 2, book exploration. The activity was for students to read a book, explore character motivation, and then prove what they've learned in an essay or in a slideshow. So what we did in part 1 video, the part 1 video was showing how you can organize your ideas through EasyBib, and I provided the scaffolds for writing. Well, there it was for writing a paragraph. And using a Google form, presenting a model, and using a fill-in-the-blank sort of closed paragraph. And then the second part is if someone chooses to make a video or a slideshow. Let me show you how that's done. We did Giver before. Let me do Wonder this time. Although I kind of like the one I've done for Giver. Anyway, you can click around and notice all of the different sources. Once again, I have all of my quotations. And before I would make my slideshow, I would basically have students write the same paragraph, a similar type of paragraph to the one I did, or depending on how much scaffolding your students need, they can make the slideshow from your model. And the motivation behind that is, like, sure, they didn't write it, but they're getting exposure to a model. They're showing, it's showing the type of close reading and just general reading that you expect of students. But I wouldn't necessarily just have them do nothing. I would have them really do more of a fill in the blank. And if they need more scaffolds for that, then that's what you're there for as a teacher. So here is the slideshow I made. This is for Wonder, I believe. And if you go back, before I start, I will pause. If you go back, you'll notice that the quotes I have are basically this whole paragraph. So it talks about August wanting people not to judge his outside. He wished every day were Halloween, because that way, they would be able to wear masks all the time. And the sort of analysis of that quotation is he wants, he wants people not to, confuse his outside and his inside, because he notices that his face is sort of an obstacle for some people, and it makes his parents maybe overly protective, and so on. It's a wonderful book if you haven't read it yet. So here's the slideshow. Again, I would show this to my students as a model. And there it is. All right, so I'm going to pause that. Ooh. All right, so this is through photopeak.com. Again, it's free to use. You do need to sign in. I'm even just going to show you how I would edit this, maybe. I don't know if it'll let me edit it now that I'm not logged in, so of course it won't let me edit. I'm not me. So once again, you would have to talk to your students about Creative Commons, making sure that they're only using images that they're allowed to use. Again, I have the free version, so I can't download it, but one of the things, let's say I didn't capture the photos. So one of the things that is for this, I just uploaded a bunch of pictures that, of course, I had this is for the Giver, that's fine. So I uploaded a bunch of pictures that I thought would be relevant, things to do with communities. Again, this is once I already had my paragraph, right? It was easier to find images, but sometimes I tweaked the wording of my paragraph to match the kind of images I had. I know he wanted to talk about it's not fair that they, choosing between shirts, and then I found pictures of shirts and so on. I definitely described the community more once I found pictures of houses that all look the same and so on. You're able to move the pictures around easily. You can change all of the writing easily. You can delete pictures, copy pictures, so on. And you can also add, that's okay, you can edit all sorts of things. So let me just go back. So you can add you can add photos, you can manage the comments. Yeah, you can edit music and titles. So it gives you access to all kinds of, random music that's, I guess, Creative Commons. Most of it's in the public domain. That's why I use classical music, although I thought it sort of worked okay. You can also upload your own music, though I think that's a premium service. Yeah, I wasn't able to do that. And you can even search YouTube, but then it won't post it because of copyright reasons. So again, that's another great sort of digital literacy tool. I'm just going to go back and show you how to do, oh no, now I changed the music. That's okay. Oh no, maybe that was it all along. I just want to show you how easy it is to, I've used this with even elementary students, to add photos. Right, so you can retrieve them through Facebook and Picasa, or you can easily upload photos from whatever you have, right? So, oh my goodness, I don't have a lot on this computer, so I won't be able to, but you can't necessarily, and I think you can maybe drag in now that I'm thinking about it, but it is pretty easy. Maybe I will be able to find some photo on here. Maybe not. Here's a screenshot of whatever. There you go, birds. And then you can add it, and then you'll be able to sort of, you can drag and drop photos to change the order and so on. So that is the action and expression part of this whole project too, right? Which starts with students doing close reading, figuring out character motivation, annotating and organizing that on EasyBid. And then, in order to make a slideshow or video, really having to be thoughtful about, all right, what's the quote I'm going to highlight, and having, a clear rubric for that. I'm doing some yada, 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 because I don't want to overly influence, obviously, your teaching. A lot of this has to be explicitly taught, right? But what I'm sharing with you are the models I would share with students, the sort of interim steps that I would share with students, even half-completed things. That's a great way to differentiate, is to provide students with some of the work already done. Maybe you find the pictures for them and they have to put it in order. For younger students, exactly. Maybe you provide the pictures and they have to describe what it is. That's sort of analogous to this. So to the fill in the blank paragraph, right? If you find a series of pictures that really, I think that's maybe a little bit harder, but that really mirrors what you want students to find. That could be sort of a visual version of this fill in the blank. So there's lots you can do with this.